So technically I bought this car last year. Extremely low mileage museum minter. That blows my mind. This video is sponsored by driven247.co.uk for clothing, stickers and more. Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video back on the Driven247 Automotive YouTube channel. Now it's been a couple of weeks or so because I've been ill for a couple of weeks. I thought I had a little cold. I actually ended up having a virus. I've been ill for 2 weeks. So yeah, what a great start to 2023 this has been for me. I just want to say while I have been away, you guys have kept subscribing. So if you're a new subscriber, thank you very much. Now this car I actually bought on the 31st of December 2022, so this went into the cars I bought in 2022's tally. So technically I bought this car last year, very late last year, on the last day of last year in fact. So here it is then guys, this is my 1994 Fiat Punto 75 1.2 ELX, and according to that special website I like to use when I buy my cars, how many left? There's only 10 of these 1.2 ELXs left on the road, so you could say this is rare. So not only was 1994 a great year, this car has only done 19,000 miles. I am only the third owner. The previous two were an elderly husband and then an elderly wife. They put it in each other's names. I am now the third, so this is an extremely low mileage Punto. So it's not just any Punto. I've gone and bought a museum minter. 19,000 miles on the clock for a 1994 plate. Keep finding these little gems, don't I guys? Now I wouldn't say I bought this car cheap, I wouldn't say it was a bargain the price it was at. I say the car was priced well, and I actually got this car as part of a mad deal, and you won't believe it, so I'm going to leave that for another video. I also bought the car with a relatively long MOT, but annoyingly, unfortunately, this car's got no service history. However, in September 2022 there is a bill for 400 quid's worth of work this car had, mainly kind of servicing items. And I do think the engine does require a little bit of TLC. The car also came with 2 keys, one of which is remote locking. That blows my mind. Now the exterior of this car is really good because obviously it hasn't driven many miles. Also a fun fact, something I didn't know, is typically old cars, especially Fiats, they do have a problem for rusting. But because the Puntos came with a galvanised body, that definitely shouldn't be a problem with this car. First of all, obviously exterior wise, the car is in this really nice kind of burgundy red. Looks like metallic paint as there is a gold fleck going on. So we've even got fog lights on this model, and what is really cool about this particular car is we have original Fiat headlight protectors there, which is really cool and probably quite a rare accessory I would have thought. And maybe I should have wiped down the car before because we're having work done at home, and yeah, the car looks like it's been parked in the builder's yard, so apologies about that, my mistake. So yeah, onto the dirty bonnet, as I just said. There doesn't seem to be many stone chips or anything. There is a little mark down the very bottom of the bumper there. So going around onto the passenger side now. Now another cool fact is the guy who I bought it from was like a dealer kind of middleman kind of guy, really nice guy though, and the car actually came with 4 brand new Fiat original hubcaps because the old ones were cracked and damaged, so they have gone on, and that has obviously improved the look of the car when it comes to the wheels. Tiny kind of scuff there, but yeah, just look at those hubcaps like new, and they're not the easiest of things to remove and put on either. Amber coloured indicator each side, we've got the little 75 badge. All the body coloured plastics haven't really faded much, is what I was trying to think of. Even here it's still pretty black. Maybe this car's been garage. Mind you, Martin, my fiance, was putting back to black stuff on, but I don't think they were that bad to start with. Anyway, to be honest, the car is a little dirty, as I say. And there is kind of the biggest damage on this car. There's a scrape there and a couple of little scrapes around the rear arch here. Onto the rear of the car, obviously I had to put on one of my own little stickers. Also representing hub nuts. It's a very average car, but not in average condition. The car also has this nice and original best car 1995 of the year, so that's pretty cool to have that still on. And I believe this is a dealer sticker, as we do have one original dealer plate, and that is on the back there, so that sticker matches up with the plate there. And carrying around, there is a scuff on the bumper there, so this side is definitely the worst on the whole car. And I've always liked the really big light clusters you get on the back. They're so tall, and I just really like them. And because the car is red, they really blend in nice and well. Along the driver's side, and unfortunately this kind of black stickering is starting to come off here and on the door here, but it's only just very minor cosmetic issues. But just look at that in the sun as well. Woo! Driver's side is much better condition. I think there's a couple of little car park dings on that quarter there. But yeah, she really is an absolute little minter. Onto the interior now, and this definitely helped sell the car to me, because obviously the interior is like new, because of the mileage it's barely covered, shall I say, and it's all in very, very good condition. It's quite a soft, fleecy, I don't know, is it a velour? I'm not too sure, but it's kind of got this multi-pattern, kind of like confetti, zigzaggy pattern going on. Really, really like it. And then to my surprise, on the steering wheel, we've got steering wheel controls on a 1994 car. So we've got the volume up and down for the radio, your source as such there for the radio, and we've even got the original radio in the car. But which isn't so ideal is this car doesn't have power steering. However, it's pretty light anyway. The trick is just to keep the car moving as you steer. There's a bit of a knack to it. So yeah, that didn't really sell with the car, but I was really sold by everything else. So yeah, power steering or no power steering, the car's mine. Also have front electric windows, original Punto mats, and we have the boot release. This makes the chair go up and down, then obviously you pull this forward to get in the back. So that's actually to take a look in the back. So yeah, just like new as I say, and we've got the poppers to pop out the rear windows either side. There we have the 19,000 miles on the clock. If you didn't believe me, there is the proof. I really like the interior. We have this massive sweeping dashboard shelf here. We have a generous glove box. We have on this one front and rear fog lights, rear window demister, all your heating settings. I believe some of the lights are faded or not working. The original Fiat radio. There's also loads of storage, so we've got a nice phone holder there really. All this looks like new. A nice little cubby hole there in the centre console. Unfortunately, I think this seat might have faded or something, because as you can see, a bit different colour to the bolsters, but still no rips or anything, just really good condition. And again, you can see there the patterning, and on the door cards as well. So cool. You got your headlight leveller on the driver's side and another storage compartment. This car does have an electric sunroof, which usually I'd get excited about, but this one I can't because it doesn't work. I believe it's a common problem, so I believe the motor's packed up. If so, it's quite a cheap fix. But while we're up here as well, I really like you get a map reader kind of light, your interior light, and we've got the Fiat clock up there. My dad's got a couple of Fiats and he also has his clock up there, so yeah, just really like that. Even get a decent sized boot, I'd say, in a Punto, and we even have some nice speakers in the boot there as well, and a nice bird tweeting in the background, which is a nice addition. What I will do is I will show off the engine because it's nice and clean under here, so let's do that. So pretty tidy in here. We've got the Fiat multi-point injection, nice plastic cover there. So this is the 1.2 engine the Punto has. It's obviously a 5-speed manual, and I believe although this is a Punto 75, it only produces 73 horsepower. I really like that this car's a 3-door because it just looks cooler, and it's like 3-door for sportiness, although this car is definitely not sporty. Also, this also isn't a fast car, but I can vouch for its handling, because if you look, the wheels are planted right in the corners of this car, which is why the car handles well. And if you didn't know, I'm actually quite into my Italian cars. I've previously owned 4 faster Baths, and now I own this slow Italian Fiat Punto. But it is what it is. It's an old car, slow mileage, it's in good condition, and yeah, it's another Italian car I own. So that's it then really. That's the rundown on my latest purchase, which is this 1994 Fiat Punto. Obviously, because it's an old car, it has got a few issues. One of the issues I've already told you when we looked at the interior, which was the electric sunroof isn't electric, isn't working. I believe it needs a new motor, a common thing on these Puntos. Second thing is, as I said, this car has got its original radio, but that sometimes plays up with the volume control, so I'm lucky I can do that with the steering wheel, so it's not the end of the world. And I also think one of the speakers is playing up as well, maybe a loose connection, maybe the speakers are broken. So if I keep this car long enough, maybe I'll look at upgrading the radio and speakers, just because the speakers need it and the radio is a bit temperamental. If I ever did go down that road, I'd always keep the original radio anyway. And third of all, because this car, it's always great buying a low mileage car because it's low mileage, the condition is going to be good, but that also means the car hasn't been driven much, which isn't so great. Cars are meant to be driven, so I do believe this car isn't running 100%. It's not the end of the world, it's only something very, very minor. So I will go over the receipt I do have of the work it recently had in September 2022, and I'll look over and see if anything got missed, and maybe I'll attend that in another video. So yeah, a few things I want to do just to bring this car up to how it should be, working, running right. And to your surprise and to my surprise, I'm going to keep this car completely standard with its hubcaps and all its glory. So yeah, this is not getting tinkered with, just improved. So there we have have it then, guys. Thanks for sticking with me while I haven't been able to upload because of this virus I've had. Let me know what you think of my little Punto in the comments below. I'm not sure if to keep it. I don't know, like, I've obviously got it. It's no rush to sell or anything just yet, but I don't know. As I say, I'm just going to keep it completely standard and just repair bits that hopefully need doing in the future or near future, and hopefully take it to some shows. Thanks for watching. Bye! Yeah, I'm just going to hopefully take it, and I'm just hopefully just going to drive it around to some shows. And I do plan on taking, and hopefully the car also... Oh, sun's in my eyes. Do it from the other angle. I actually got this car. Now, I wouldn't say